Okay, we've got the hag. I have a daily ritual to hit a certain number of survivors after teleporting. I find the hag's teleport ability to be infinitely better than the new killers, the singularities. Her teleport is instant, whereas when you teleport with the singularity, it often puts you several feet behind them, and if they vault a pallet or window, you will still end up on the side of the pallet or the window that they just vaulted. So they'll still end up in front of you and with the pallet or window between you and them. It's really stupid. Very poor killer design. Oftentimes when I've only played the singularity a few times, I tried the new killer after the latest patch that supposedly buffed him a little bit. I still find him an extremely boring killer. And with the teleport ability, that makes me wonder why I even bother using it at times. And if I want to teleport to survivors and have a chance of actually hitting and downing them, I'll just play this killer, the hag. So, I mean, why would you play Singularity when hag is a much better teleporting killer? I don't get it. I think these developers are running out of ideas for killers. So one of the things I don't like about Hag and I don't like about the Singularity and other killers like them, like Trapper, is the fact that you have to set up. I find setting up to be very tedious. It's worse with Hag because you can't chase survivors with her. She's below the base movement speed of other killers. She moves at 4.4, whereas the default movement speed is 4.6. So if any of the survivors have made for this, you're going to feel the pain when you play as Hag and go for chases. And it's unfortunate because the one thing I do enjoy about Killer is going for chases. With Hag, you can't really go for chases. You have to stay within the area you've set traps and hope they fall into that area. Also, she's so small. It's a lot of times with these obstructing like foliage, it makes it difficult to see and actually get a hit on survivors, at least for me. Just waiting out your borrowed time, that's all. I maybe could have gotten a hit there. Yeah, I can't chase at that main building. It is too busted, and with Hag, the game will be over by the time I catch someone there. Yeah, you can't chase with Hag, but you certainly cannot chase with her at a main building like that one. Even if I was using Singularity, I probably wouldn't chase survivors there. That main building is too strong. So apparently these two bars in the upper left corner of the screen mean that I have some kind of ability available when I grab the invitation for the anniversary event. Honestly, it's not something I really pay attention to. If I'm being completely honest, it's another very lame, very boring anniversary event. Another fail on the part of the developers. Okay, well now I might not get this hook. Nope. Maybe one of them has breakout? I have to stay over in this area where I set up my web. Otherwise my traps are useless, and Hag without traps is very weak. They're probably all resetting over here at the main building. Yeah. Can I get someone to fall? You actually fell. You saw me putting the trap there. Why did you fall? This is the thing with... okay, I don't even know how to activate that stupid ability. This is the thing with survivors. They can play like crap. It doesn't matter. Now, this team doesn't seem very efficient. But if this were a efficient team on the generators, it wouldn't matter. I mean, he saw me put a trap down and fell down anyway. If this team had at least one person doing gens and that's all they were doing, them making stupid mistakes would not matter. It's amazing to me. I played a game as Yun Jin against a pig. And it was on the decimated Borgo. And in the end game chat, the killer player was like, "Oh, you're so amazing. Pre-dropping pallets. Why don't you play a different game?" I'm like, why? You realize that, first of all, a survivor pre-dropping a pallet makes a loop like much safer. And secondly, it doesn't matter if I pre-drop pallets. There are enough pallets on that map to where you can't break them all before the match is over. So, and I died, which I don't care. But my teammates, they all escaped. So I said to him, well, apparently I'm not trash. I mean, yeah, you got me, but I was the only one you got. So technically you lost. So if I'm trash, what are you? Because you only killed one survivor that match. Yeah, I pre-dropped pallets, but who cares? There's so many pallets on a lot of these maps that pre-dropping makes no difference. And it will make the loop a lot safer once the pallet is down. It's like you realize that all survivor players do in comp matches is pre-drop. It doesn't make any sense to chastise a survivor for pre-dropping unless you're just being salty. But I love it when people think pre-dropping is a bad thing. It's like, how? Explain to me how pre-dropping is bad. When it, one, makes the loop a lot safer, and two, there's so many other pallets on the map that it would take the killer the entire match to break all the pallets. So Yeah. As I said, I mean, I rarely make mistakes that I see other survivors make, like that ash falling off the building when I had a trap right there. I mean, that was just plain stupid. But they can afford to make stupid mistakes like that. It doesn't matter as long as they have a person doing their objective. As long as they have someone doing their objective, it won't matter how bad they are. Their objective is so easy and goes so quickly. Now, thankfully, this team seems less than efficient. And I do have kind of a nice 3-gen area here. That's another thing with Hag you really want to ensure you have is 3-gen. Obviously, it'll make your life as the Hag a lot easier. What's he doing? Wow, he actually got that. Okay, was that Dead Hard or Metal of Man? I don't even know how to work this stupid thing. There was no key that I could press to destroy that pallet. It didn't really matter. 2 gens, 1 out. They're all injured. It's not looking good for them. Okay, well they're going to have to reset in order to actually safely unhook her. Looks like I lost my 3-gen though. I have 2 here, which is nice, but the 3rd is up on that pier. That's a very awkward position. Okay, they did actually reset. I should still be able to win this, though. They haven't done a whole lot of made a whole lot of progress on any of the generators. Now they're all injured again.
Hey! Oh!
Okay. I still have No Way Out and Blood Warden in case things go against me. That actually might be a good idea. I can't get any more of those, but maybe they'll get greedy. Be like, ooh, there's an invitation. And run into my trap. It's a long shot, but why not? Yeah, I hear crying here. I'm going to try to set up. See if they stay up there. Maybe they'll fall down into one of these traps. Okay. She's going, yeah. She's going to that main building. I can't go there. You have to be a little more methodical with Hag. A little more strategic and try to anticipate where you think they will go. If they run into your web, it's fine. But if they run to an area where you have no traps, and especially if it's like a main building or killer shack that you haven't trapped up, you really don't want to chase them. Okay. What do you think you're going to do? Does she have breakout? Because I might not get this. Yeah. She might have breakout. That's fine. I've got traps all over the area here. I'm gonna put you on the ground. That way you can't help your friend with your breakout perk. All right, I'm running out of accessible hooks here because the devs still think it's a good idea for hooks to break when you kill a survivor on them. So it's turning into a dead zone, and apparently Cheryl had Unbreakable. Yeah, I don't know why they still have the outdated mechanic of hooks breaking when survivors are sacrificed on them. Creates huge dead zones where the killer can't actually complete their objective. I'm sure if it was a survivor thing where the generator they're working on all of a sudden broke and couldn't be repaired anymore, I'm sure there would be a huge outcry and it would get fixed immediately. Yeah, I was more than fair to you guys, so I'll take the 4K. And we got that done. Good. It's basically the only time I'll play killer now is if there's a ritual or a tome challenge. Although I have been playing games against the bots. Actually, that's pretty much the only way I have fun playing killer in the game now is playing against bots with random builds for me and the bots. Yeah, they're all running these gen perks now. Deja Vu, Prove Thyself. Ash did have metal. Okay. Cheryl had Breakout.